kind of a failure at a freaking vlogger, because I just do stuff and then I just tell you about it, which is because I'm constantly doing things and not having enough time. This is the most insane thing. This is the most insane, not insane, this is the, I don't know what the right term for it. This is the biggest thing I've ever hauled on a trailer before. This is this ginormous, I'll film it at some point, but it's huge. It's a 2,500 gallon water tank on a trailer that is a 4x8 trailer that was supposed to be a 5x8 trailer, but Russians measure things differently than Americans. I've got a crisscross of ratchet straps holding it to the trailer. I put my concrete mixture on the front of the trailer because I was worried about the wind blowing so much on the tank that it would lift up on the trailer, shifting all the weight to the rear of the trailer, which will make the trailer fishtail. And I've had that happen before on the freeway. I was a kid, so I was too stupid to be scared as bad a situation as it was. I didn't really know how bad it could have got. I don't know, I was towing with a pretty big truck and I had this trailer just frickin' whipping back and forth going down the freeway. So I'm trying to avoid that, and so I put this concrete mixer on the tongue of the trailer to counterbalance, just to add as much weight as I possibly could, because I couldn't put anything in the trailer because the tank goes down in there. I just stopped at a AutoZone and got more ratchet straps, because the back of the trailer, the walls, there's a removable part of the trailer and the walls weren't screwed into that, so they were just out. So basically everything was on like the ends of two 2x4s were holding it. So I just got some ratchet straps and put around that to pull that in. And at this point I'm feeling pretty confident about this setup. I didn't feel confident about it all last night. I almost rented another trailer, but I really need this trailer out there. I need to have a trailer that I can load. My other utility trailers will have like everything that I need to lock up in it. So it's gonna have the diesel fuel, the generator, the motorcycle, like it's full of stuff. So I can't like literally just, you know, haul that around. Okay, 45 miles an hour, everything's okay. Gonna be up to speed now for the first time, checking to see if this is gonna be a nightmare or not, if it's gonna actually even make it up to speed without flipping out. Whew, stress level's very high right now. Very high, kind of scary. I need this trailer out there because I need to fill it full of like concrete, cinder blocks, form stuff, a load of stuff that I need to go grab, that if I don't have this trailer, it would have to go in the back of the truck. And the back of the truck is kind of busy doing all this water hauling for the first few days. I'm trying to get this tank filled with water for free from the RV park. It's gonna be hard to steal my tank if it has a bunch of water in it. Although they could just open the valve, drain the water, and steal the tank, but I might be a little bit too worried about theft. Just hitting 55 miles an hour now. Seems solid. If I was to hit a big bump or something, I might not be too good. Setting cruise control at 55. I think that's pretty much, I'm not gonna push it. I'm probably gonna piss off some people by only driving 55 miles an hour. I'm sorry. Safety first. Speaking of safety first, turning on the lights. Okay. Confidence levels going up just a little bit. Yesterday, I was going to load this tank on this trailer. I was kind of half-assed using GPS. I just like put in the address, so I wasn't really looking at the map in the right way, and I thought I had gone too far. So I go to hit the block, truck, and then I'm like, oh, I can just flip a U-ey right here. The street's like hella wide. So I go to flip a U-ey. I couldn't quite clear a car, so I go to back up, and I forget that I'm towing a trailer. I jackknifed the trailer into the side of my truck. Like, the side of my truck has got a huge dent in it now. The thing that holds the ball that goes into the receiver. No, the thing that holds the ball on the hitch, that thing literally bent so bad that it's garbage. Yeah, that's a top 10 stupid driving things I've done. Top 5 maybe even. Now that's so many dents that this truck has gotten from backing up. And it has a backup camera. Well, that's what happens when I have too much stuff going on. Unfortunately right now, I'm so slammed. And I need a backhoe so bad, and the bank is just not getting a hold of me. They said, oh, they'll be holding in 1 to 2 days. Today's day 3. When I was picking up this tank after wrecking the trailer into the side of the truck, and honestly, I jumped out when it happened, and I looked, and it didn't look like there was any damage to anything at all. But I didn't even see the side of the truck or the hitch thing. The ball came off, but it wouldn't go back on again. So I had it unhooked before we were trying to load it. The one guy, I go, hey, come put your foot on the tongue. But he jumps up on it, slips, and falls. And his legs like wrapped up in the tongue of the trailer, and his head, I mean, I'm like reaching to try to grab him. I'm just not fast enough, and his head just boom, the ground. Oh, poor guy, this feels so bad. Yesterday was just a brutal day. I don't know if this trailer was telling me not to attempt this or what. All the problems I had with this trailer, if I have some kind of problem on this trip, I'm an idiot for going with this trailer because it gave me all these signs. Like, it came off, which is the first. I backed into it. Basically, the thing is like, I can't even see it in the rearview mirror. So it's like, it's just out of mind. When it's back there with nothing on it, it's like it's hard to remember it's there. And then the guy fell off the thing. That's 3. That's like bad juju AF. I've been warned. I weighed the options and I did every single thing I could to mitigate all the problems I could foresee. I mean, if the wheel falls off, you know, I don't know what I can do about that. But I mean, we're not talking about a lot of weight. That's not the problem with this situation, right? And the weight is what'll frickin' totally thrash your trailer, right? Weight and overall instability, right? Well, it's stable and it doesn't have much weight in it. Hopefully it's gonna be all right. And now it's just smooth sailing. I mean, because really, it is riding very, very nice. Actually, this is baby tank zone. This is only 2,500 gallons. Really, where the sweet spot is 5,000 gallons. So all my tanks after this will be 5,000 gallon tanks. And I think I'm gonna aim for like 20 of them. Yes, I want over 100,000 gallons of water stored up because I'm doing serious agriculture, and it's like this that goes forever without raining out here. So when it does rain, I want to get every drop and just stock up on it big time. If this invention hits really good, then I will be buying 20 tanks, or also just add them slowly. You know, the agriculture stuff will be scaled based on the water. You know, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't want to have to be burning fossil fuels to grow plants, right? Which, if you got to drive to get your water, all my pumps will be electric. I mean, once in a while, I guess a generator to run a pump or something, but I mean, we're not talking about driving trucks back and forth with tanks, especially about the amount of water you're talking about to freaking grow like 10 acres worth of freaking, crops. It's 10 acres worth of, But I do a lot of water catchment for ponds and I'll have ponds and creeks, and those ponds and creeks will have a lot of water in them. But the water's going to evaporate out pretty quick, I have a feeling, so they'll need to be kept up with tanked water, because I'll only be able to dig a pond so big, and then as big as it is, it'll only fill up so much. And then if it's going to fill up more than that, I mean, it's there's nothing I can do about it. I can direct the water off into maybe other spillways or something like that. Try to utilize the water for something. There is a limit to that. So there's a limit, so it doesn't rain for a long time, and those ponds are where the first line of agricultural water comes from. As they go down, they're going to need to be replaced. When you're talking about watering, literally I'm talking about watering the better part of 10 acres. And I'll probably be putting in like super efficient drip irrigation, so it's all going exactly where it needs to go. But with creeks and ponds running, my water table will be good, and I might be able to just do some old school irrigation style stuff with those, just irrigating whole sections with that kind of stuff, just pulling up a little dam and it goes whoosh and floods it, and then just do it. Super inefficient way to water stuff. It looks cool, and I love that kind of stuff. All right, back up to 55 miles an hour in one lane, feeling really confident about the trailer situation, although I am going to pull over up here in the chain up area to just check, because it's been up at speed now for a little while. Just double check and make sure that this bad boy is still tight after a little high-speed driving. I'm glad there's more than one trailer right now, because that way people aren't like, oh man, the trailer. I've been flipped off before. Everything is just fine. See, at that point, I haven't actually filmed this, so I'm sure that we're going to flash. The editing is going to put this up front so everybody knows what I'm talking about. And I'm even thinking about, although I haven't figured out how to actually do it, as soon as I pull into the off-road section, I want to launch the drone and have the drone follow me for as much as it has a battery. That would be freaking awesome if I could figure that out and have an overhead shot of this driving over the freaking dirt road. Ha! Epic! Epic! See if I can make that happen. Right now, I'm just trying to get there in one piece. Safely. I just went up to 60 miles an hour to see what it was like, and it literally, in that 5 miles an hour, becomes unstable. Like, it doesn't comfortably go 60. So I got a semi-truck that is permanently affixed to my bumper, and he's probably super pissed he can't drive however fast it is he wants to drive. But I'm just super happy that I'm able to go 55, because I just saw instability at 60. I'm lucky instability isn't at 50, so I'm happy. Oh boy, so glad I pulled over for a rest stop when I did. So the tank was sliding back. The only thing that had kept it from sliding all the way to the back is that new ratchet strap that I put to hold the sides together. So it ended up doing a whole nother job. So I pretty much just reset the load, tightened it up, the side one, and moved it forward, so it's like totally got the thing locked forwards. And I was starting to notice a little bit of a a difference in the towing. Like it seemed like it was starting to bounce up more. Center of gravity was moving back in the trailer slowly. It'd probably gone back as far as it was going to go, but the fact that it was able to move at all, and the sides of the trailer previously were super wonked out. Well, I got those up and ratchet strapped on the back of the trailer so it couldn't flop out, and then ratchet strap. So the thing is more solid now than it was when I left, because now I could see the weakness of the system. So, and the weakness of the system was just the fact that it could slide itself back, and it can't do that now. And I don't have to pee anymore. Whew. It was back like a foot, and I didn't even notice it. So that's kind of scary. Like, I didn't notice it from all my visual cues that I have here that it had moved. I did notice it seemed like it was towing a little bit differently, but I hadn't really, it was just kind of like, But yeah, most definitely can tell now. Now, all the weight's on the front of the hitch. Yeah, this is much better. And I'm glad I found that out before something happened. Nothing was loose though. That was the weird thing. Everything was tight. So it could have literally gone the whole way like that. But it also literally could have been putting too much stress on the ball and some other kind of failure, you know. You just want your load on your hitch all the time. You don't want that like lifting thing. Whew. My camera was getting hot. It was, for some reason, I keep this thing, whatever, the sunblind visor. I keep the visors on that side down all the time when the camera's there to block most of the light, and then I keep the AC thing pointed at the camera. And I had forgot to do all that, and my freaking camera, I had to change the battery, and it was so hot that I just shut it off. Let it chill. Give it some AC on high, which has probably got it good now. It's feeling nice and cool. So, this is a smile of a person who just didn't miss his turn. If you'll remember from a previous episode, I missed my turn. And I ended up having to go into the middle of pretty much, well, every year. I'm a bit in the middle of nowhere, but the more middle of nowhere that I didn't need to be in. I had to go more middle of nowhere-ish in, which was a whole other adventure because I ran into all this weird stuff out there that it was just, whoa, who would have thought this would have been out here? I don't know. So yeah. I just had visions of exploding tanks from altitude. It's like, oh man, I am going up like 4,000 feet. And it was about 60 when I left. And if that thing's airtight, which now that I'm thinking about it, I remember there's a vent in it, so I was worrying for nothing. I was so sure it was going to explode. It looked like it was starting to bubble up. Ah, safety first. Oh yeah. Straight on through. Yep, and another turn I'm making, that's the correct one here. I'm officially not lost. I can drive to my property now without getting lost. Good for me. There's the hugest tornado of dust. I've never seen one this big before. There's Dust Devil. It's right here. Right, oh, is it crossing the road? Ah, yeah. Well, I wonder how this is gonna, a giant swirling thing of air. I'm gonna pass through that with a giant tank. And what's gonna happen? Hopefully nothing. Okay. Nothing happened.